Hello students, welcome to the course on chemistry. In this video, I am going to explain the nomenclature of organic compounds. As we already know, organic compounds means the compounds mainly containing carbon, and there are millions of compounds are present in the nature. And the study of carbon and its compounds in a branch of chemistry is said to be organic chemistry. And since millions of organic compounds are there, to name those organic compounds, it is very difficult because all the compounds that which are prepared or discovered that should have to given different names. And thus it is a difficult task for a scientist to name all the compounds. In early stages, the compounds were named after the source from which they were prepared. So from whatever source the compounds are obtained or prepared, based on that, the scientist has been started to give the names for the organic compounds. For example, in case of acetic acid, it was derived from acetum, the term acetum. That acetum means the vinegar, because acetic acid it is used in the preparation of vinegar. So from vinegar initially the acetic acid has been extracted, and thus it is given the name acetic acid. And similarly for another acid which is known as formic acid, that word was derived from formicus. Formicus means red ants. So thus the formic acid it is obtained from the distillation of red ants. So thus it is given the term formic acid. Similarly, if we take methanol, that is initially known as wood spirit because it is obtained from distillation of wood. So in this manner, the scientists have gone giving the different names to the organic compounds. But when more and more organic compounds are started to manufacture and started to discover, it becomes very difficult for the scientists to give the names for all the organic compounds individually. And these names which are given from their sources are said to be common names or travel names. Then how to name the millions of organic compounds which are now discovered? And all the names should be different from one compound. That is a difficult task. For that, the scientist union, they have made one union which is known as IUPAC. That means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. There the scientist has gathered and decided to give the names according to some rules to the organic compounds. And that IUPAC nomenclature it mainly indicates naming of organic compound. Nomenclature means naming of organic compounds. And if we follow the rules of IUPAC, then it is said to be IUPAC nomenclature. And that IUPAC nomenclature, it mainly includes the prefix, word root, then primary suffix and secondary suffix. This is the main components which are present in the name of any organic compound given by IUPAC. So what does these prefix, word root, primary suffix, secondary suffix indicates? Here word root indicates the number of carbon atoms. How many number of carbon atoms are present in the given organic compound. And prefix, it indicates the substituent group attached to the chain which is present in the organic compound. And primary suffix means it indicates the type of bond whether there is a presence of single bond, double bond or triple bond. That was given by primary suffix. And secondary suffix indicates the type of functional group which is present in a given organic compound. So, including all these terms, we can name the organic compound and which is said to be IUPAC nomenclature. So, simply, what are the word roots and primary suffix, secondary suffix and prefixes which are used to name the organic compound, that we will see here. So, here you can observe in the first tabular column, the number of carbon atoms has been given and root name. This is simply indicates the word root. If the number of carbon atoms present is 1, then the word root used will be meth. And if the number of carbon atoms present is 2, then the word root used is eth. If the number of carbon atoms is 3, then prop. If it is 4, then but. Then if it is 5, then pent. So in the similar manner, up to 10 carbon atoms, we can give the names dec. So more than 10 also present. So at least you have to remember the chain which consists of 10 carbon atoms. This is the word root. And what about primary suffix? What it consists of? As you know, it indicates the type of bond. And in primary suffix, if all are single bonds which are present in the given organic compound. So C, single bond C. If such kind of bonds are there, then we use the primary suffix ANE. And if double bonds are there, then we use ENE. And if two double bonds are there, then we use diene. And if 3 bonds are there, then we say it as YNE. So single bond, if there is a presence of single bond, we use the primary suffix ANE. Double bond is there, then ENE. Triple bond is there, then we will indicate YNE. So to use this suffix, at least one triple bond or one double bond or single bond should be present in the given organic compound. Okay. So this is about primary suffix and word root. Next, what about secondary suffix? What it includes? As you know, secondary suffix indicates the presence of functional group. So if alcohol is there in the given compound, then we use the secondary suffix OL. And if there is a presence of aldehyde group, that is CHO, then we use AL. And if there is a presence of ketones, then we use ONE. And carboxylic acid, that is COOH, we use oic acid. So in this manner, we will use different secondary suffixes which are present in the given organic compound. So you have to remember all these primary suffix, secondary suffix and word roots, as well as another thing, that is prefix. So if we remember as much as possible prefixes, suffixes, then we can easily name any organic compound. Okay. So these are the prefixes. Prefix indicates substituent that is attached to the carbon chain. And if there is a presence of F, then it is said to be fluoro. Cl, chloro, bromo, iodo. If CH3 is there, then we use methyl. If C2H5 is there, ethyl, propyl, methoxy, ethoxy. In this manner, we will use the different prefixes which are used to name the organic compound. So remember all these prefixes, suffixes and the word roots in order to name the organic compound. So now we will name certain organic compounds based on IUPAC nomenclature. Simply see here, I will just tell about the basic things about naming the organic compound. Okay. Still there are lot of different rules are there to name the organic compound. Here I have considered the simple compounds and how to name those compounds by using the IUPAC nomenclature. So first example, here you can observe CH3, CH2, 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 CH2. And as you know, an IUPAC nomenclature, it consists of word root, suffix, prefix. Now, how many number of carbon atoms are there here? That is word root. So, how many number of carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If 5 carbon atoms are there, then the word root which is used is pent. That you have to remember. You can rewind the video and you can see the word root which is present for the 5 carbon atoms, that is pent. And type of bond, that is primary suffix. First prefix, word root, then primary suffix, then secondary suffix. So we will name the primary suffix later. First you have to go through word root, that is pent, plus primary suffix. Primary suffix indicates the type of bond. Is there any double or triple bond here? No. All the bonds which are present in this compound are single bonds. Thus, we will use the primary suffix ANE when all are single bonds. And is there any functional group? No. Is there any substituent, that is branched chain which is attached to this? No. So thus the name of the compound is pentane, or it is also said to be N-pentane. N-pentane means normal pentane. Okay, you can write N-pentane or simply pentane. So by using that IUPAC nomenclature, we can name the compound. Then second one, just try this. What you will get? CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. How many number of carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means which word root you are going to use? But. Okay. Then all are single bonds, as you can observe here. So the primary suffix used is ANE. Is there any functional group? No. Is there any prefix? No. So the name of the compound is butane, or you can write it as N-butane. Then the third one, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH double bond CH2. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again the word root will be pent. And is there any double bond, single bond or triple bond in the compound? As you can observe, one double bond is there. So if there is one double bond, then you have to write the primary suffix as ENE. And at which carbon atom the double bond is there? At first carbon atom. Here it is there. So you have to write pent 1-ene, or else I will write here pent 1-ene. Okay, or you can write pentene. Both are same because the double bond is present at the first carbon atom. Then fourth one, CH3, CH2, 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 CH. Here make it triple bond. Okay, not double bond, triple bond. So now what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means word root is hex. Is there any triple bond or double bond? Triple bond is there. So what you will use? YNE. At which carbon it is there? 1. So hex 1, wine. So is there any prefix? No. So the name of the compound is hex 1, wine, or hexane, you can directly write it. Then the fifth one, CH3, CH2, 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 COOH. So how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 means pent. And all are single bonds. So ANE. Now is there any functional group? Yes, COOH is a functional group. So it is carboxylic acid. If carboxylic acid there, then we use the secondary suffix oic acid. So while writing the secondary suffix, we have to remove this E and we have to write oic acid. Simply we have to remove the E from the A and E and we have to use the suffix that is oic acid. So thus the name of the compound is pentanoic acid. Then sixth one, CH3CH2OH. Here how many carbon atoms are there? 2. Then it is eth. Then all are single bonds, so ethane. And here OH group is there, that is alcohol group. Then the secondary suffix used will be OL. So while writing the secondary suffix, again you have to remove the E and you have to write OL. So name of the compound is ethanol. So this is how we have to name the organic compounds. Some other examples that I have given here. So this one you can do. Here simply another functional group is there, that is CHO, aldehydic functional group. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. This carbon also you should include. So 4 carbon atoms. Therefore, if 4 carbon atoms are there, then the name of the compound is bute. Okay. All are single bonds, ANE. And if the CHO is there, then suffix used will be AL. While writing the suffix, again you have to remove the E and you have to write AL. So butanol, the name of the compound. Then this one, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, Cl is attached to this one. So first you have to see how many carbon atoms are there here. How many carbon atoms are there? 4. So if 4, then you use bute. All are single bonds, ANE. Okay. Now, is there any functional group? No. Is there any substituent? Yes. One substituent is attached here, that is chlorine. So if chlorine is there, what is the prefix that is used? Chloro. Okay. That you should remember. Okay. Prefix, suffix, all those things you have to remember. Chloro. At which carbon the chloro is there? You have to number these carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to number these carbon atoms such that this carbon should get least number. Okay. So if you number from this side, you will get 2. If you number from this side, 1, 2, 3, this will get 3. So when compared to 2 and 3, 2 is least. So we have to number this from here only. So thus we have to write 2-chlorobutane. Then similarly, what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. 3 means what word root you will use? Prop. Okay. And all are single bonds, ANE. Is there any functional group? No. And one substituent is there, that is fluoropropane. At what position it is there? You can now number this from 1, 2, 3, from this side or from this side, because from both sides this carbon will get the same number. So the name of the compound is 2-fluoropropane. So these are some examples on naming the organic compounds by using IUPAC nomenclature. So this is the basic thing. Still a lot of rules are there to name the IUPAC nomenclature that you will study in first POC. So to become easier there, you have to know at least these things, so that the other rules that are used there you can easily remember if you already remember these things. So primary suffix, secondary suffix, word root and primary prefix, all those things you should know, so that would become easier to name the organic compound according to IUPAC nomenclature. Okay, so this is all for now. Thank you.